blanket underneath the knees, or you can bring it to the side if you've got one and you don't need it. And then make sure as you come into all fours, the hips and knees will come in line here. Stack your shoulders so they're right over top of your wrist. And then spreading through the fingers, we're going to continue with a little bit of a wrist warm up. So plugging down into the floor with your finger pads and knuckle pads, shifting forward just a bit, and then rocking back. So shifting forward a little, keep the fingers spread, bringing weight into all parts of the hand here, and then rocking back. Nice. And just go through this a couple more times. Just kind of a small movement, just warming up the wrists, the hands, the forearms. And then from here, go ahead and come back to the middle. This time we're going to bring the wrists to be facing toward one another. Same thing, rocking back and forth just a little. Warming up the wrists, getting things moving. And then take it forward one more time. And then coming back, we'll go ahead and spin the wrists this time so that they face forward. And this might be a little more challenging. You might have a smaller range of motion. That's totally fine. And just rocking back and forth, this might also cause a little stretch for the forearms, which is nice. And then from here, we'll spin it back around. And then just start to make your way through cat and cow. So as you inhale, the belly will drop, the heart will extend. And on an exhale, curling the tail under, rounding all the way into cat. So the belly drops. From here, the heart will lift. And as you exhale, pressing into the hands as you round all the way up, chin coming toward your chest. And then just moving on your breath, nice and easy. Warming up your back. And then starting to connect here, your breath with the movement. And then you can hold maybe cat or cow a little bit longer, whatever kind of feels right for your body tonight, just kind of feeling your way through your practice. So instead of sort of going into that autopilot, maybe just kind of notice, oh, it feels really good to hold a cat. Maybe hold that a little bit longer, or if it feels good to limp the belly and come into cow a little bit more deeply, go for that. And just take your time here. We'll go through a couple more sets. One more. Breathing in, and then this next time you exhale, round your spine all the way up. So bring your chin to your chest. We're going to slide the hands forward a bit. We're just going to come into an extended cat-cow. So lengthening through the belly, shifting a little forward to the wrist. And as you exhale, tailbone draws you back, rock back. Inhale, shifting forward. And exhale, tailbone draws you back around in your spine. Keep the fingers spread. Keep the hands actively plugging down into the floor. And then still getting that sense of lengthening through the belly. And as you rock back through the heels, maybe getting that nice stretch through the shoulders. The next time that we shift forward, I'm going to bring the weight into the right hand and go ahead and circle all the way back around, hips toward the heels, coming into a circle and coming over toward the left. So nice and easy, go through a couple more circles, just like that. Take your time. Starting to open up through the hips, the shoulders. And then we're going to reverse this circle. So making your way into the opposite direction here. Taking your time, nice and easy. Should feel good. And then the next time that you bring your hips all the way back toward your heels, we'll round the spine here. Tuck the tail under, rest the forehead on the mat. If the forehead doesn't rest on the mat, push the fingertips out maybe a little bit further in front. And maybe separate the knees a little bit wider. Press into the hands and hover your elbows away from the floor. We'll take a breath here. And just walk it all the way out to the right. So leg over that right thigh. And as you press into the hands, reach your hips over to the left. Breathe into that left rib cage. And then keep this nice and long and walk it through center. And we'll walk it all the way over to the left this time. Pressing into your hands, reaching the hips over to the right. Breathing into that whole right side. One more breath. And then making your way back toward the center. Keep the arms out long in front of you here. We'll shift forward onto all fours. And this time, tuck the toes, lift the knees. And just reaching the hips up and back. Make your way to down dog. Pedaling in place. So we'll bend one knee here. As you reach and straighten that opposite heel towards your mat, and just starting to warm up here, getting things moving. And then you can start to drop the knee in toward the center if you like. And kind of peering under that opposite armpit. Nice and easy as you pedal. And then coming back to the center, pressing into the hands here. Pressing down through the palms firmly. Find this lift up through the sitting bones. Thighs are drawing back here. The chest is moving toward the thighs. And we'll peel forward and find a high plank. So from your downward dog, you should be pretty well set up for high plank. Shoulders over the wrists, and then press into the hands and firm the belly and thighs. Take a breath. And as you exhale, drawing the thighs back from here, downward dog. So peeling forward once again, shoulders over the wrists. Keep the fingers spread so weight comes into all parts of the hand. Really firm the legs here, head in line with the spine. Breath in. Exhale, thighs draw you back. One more like that. Inhale, shifting forward. Finding your plank. Nice. And then from here, we'll come on to tippy toes, lowering the knees all the way down. So you can lower your chest just between the hands, keeping the elbows hugging in, and lower all the way down to the floor. Once you're here, we'll slide the hands up underneath the shoulders, and then hugging the elbows in, activate the legs, let that support, a little lift of the chest, and then releasing the forehead down here. You kind of peel the right side of the chest away, and then coming through center and peeling the left side of the chest away, and just go through a couple. Just like that. Starting to open up the chest a bit. And then the next time you come back to the center, go ahead and press into the hands. Back for all fours, lift the hips up and back. Make your way to down dog. Nice, and then nice and easy, we'll reach that right leg back. So bend your knee and just fan the hip open here. Take a little circle of the ankle in one direction, and then the other. And we'll square the hips off here. Draw your nose towards your knee. And then re-extend, so lengthen through the belly. And then draw your nose towards your knee once again. One more like that. This time we're gonna take this foot all the way forward between the hands. You're welcome to grab the blocks as needed, or come onto the fingertips here and just start to sink into the hips. And as you sink the hips, go ahead and find that lift of the chest. We'll bring the hands onto the front thigh. And as you inhale, sweep the arms all the way up. Anjaneyasana. Take a breath in here, releasing the hands all the way down to the floor. From here, come back to a low lunge, lift through the belly, and we'll sweep the right leg back. And then nice and easy, floating that foot down to meet the other foot. Take your left leg straight back behind you. So bend your knee here, fan your hip, and then just taking a little circle in one direction, circling the other way. Go ahead and lengthen the leg, and we'll draw the nose for the knee, so rounding through your spine. Lengthen, and draw your nose towards your knee. Pull your belly up and in. Nice, guys. One more like that. So this one's going to come all the way forward between the hands. Lower that back knee. You can grab a hold of blocks or come to fingertips here. Just start to sink the hips. Take a moment to kind of settle in. And then as you're ready, bring your hands onto this front thigh. Lift your chest. And then from here, taking the arms all the way up on a breath in. And releasing the hands all the way down. Come back to fingertips. Lift that back knee away. Lift through the belly. And come back to downward dog split. And then releasing that foot all the way down to the floor. We'll just take a walk here, all the way up to the head of your mat. So no rush. And I'm going to readjust my mat a bit, slide it back so that you can see me. We're going to come to a forward fold here at the top of the mat. So go ahead and bring your feet about sitting bone width apart. And then you're welcome to grab a hold of opposite elbows. Or as needed, you can take a hold of a block here. And then just folding forward over the legs and letting go. So you can allow your chest to just kind of collapse onto the thighs so the weight of the head is heavy. So using blocks here or opposite elbows, shake your head yes, shake it no, and then letting go of any tension you're holding on to in the upper body. And then from here, we'll ground down through the feet and start to make your way up to stand. So rolling up through the spine, you can take the hands onto your thighs if you like. Stack one vertebrae on top of another. Roll your shoulders back to the top. So growing tall. And then just take a moment to find Tadasana. So see if you can find that grounding down to lift up. Lift up all 10 toes, spread the toes, and bring them down one at a time from your pinkies all the way down to your big toes. Find a little lift through the arches of the feet. Let that lift cover up. So thinking of engaging the kneecaps here, engage the quadriceps. Roll your shoulders back. Crown of the head lengthening toward the ceiling. Nice, on an inhale, taking the arms all the way up overhead. And as you exhale here, folding forward, so you can take a little bend in the knees here as needed. Lift the belly away from the thighs. Hands can come to shins or thighs. And then folding forward, ground your feet, sweep the arms, rise all the way up to stand as you inhale. And releasing the arms back down. Tadasana. Inhale, sweeping the arms up overhead. Hinging from your hips, fold forward, a little bend in the knees as needed. Lengthen the belly, so lift the belly away from the thighs. And then fold forward here, ground your feet, sweep the arms as you inhale, rise all the way up to stand. And releasing the arms back down. Tadasana. So adding on from here, breathing in, sweep the arms. Exhale, fold forward, hinge from your hips. We'll lengthen the belly here, heart draws forward. Nice and easy, step the right leg back into a lunge. Make sure this front knee aligns over the ankle here. And then as you exhale, stepping that left foot back to meet your right. Making your way into downward dog. Lift your heels high, glide forward. Find your plank position, shoulders over your wrists. And then come forward to tippy toes, lowering the knees. See if you can hug your elbows in as you lower all the way onto the floor. Nice, from here, slide the hands up underneath the shoulders. We'll activate the legs and peel the chest away, cobra. Tucking the toes, press into the hands. Draw your thighs up and back to down dog. Raising your right leg. Carefully here, stepping it all the way forward between the hands. And back to fingertips. And then as you exhale, step this left foot to meet your right. Fold over the legs. As you inhale here, rise all the way up. And as you exhale, releasing the arms down. Tadasana. Sweeping the arms as you breathe in. Exhale, fold forward. Hinging from your hips, long spine. This time we'll step the left leg back into a lunge. And then deep inhale here. Light on the fingertips, and as you exhale, stepping that foot back to meet your other foot. Downward facing dog. Glide forward into your plank. From here, aim the chest forward. You can lower the knees or maybe lower all the way down to the floor with control. Slide the hands underneath the shoulders, peel the chest away. We'll take cobra, and then tucking the toes, pressing into the hands. From here, draw your thighs up and back. Downward facing dog. The left leg will rise this time. Taking it all the way forward between the hands, come back to fingertips. And then draw your heart forward from here. And as you exhale, step that other foot to meet it, fold over the legs. Grounding the feet, take the arms up as you breathe in. And exhale, Tadasana. Inhale, sweeping the arms, hinging from your hips, fold forward. Take a long spine here, heart draws forward. Nice and easy, step the right leg back, maybe lifting the fingertips away from the floor. Find a little more strength through the legs. Nice, and then lift to the belly, stepping that left foot back to meet your right. Down dog. Glide forward, find your plank. You can lower the knees, lower to the floor, or come to tippy toes. Lowering halfway, chaturanga. Rise to cobra or upward dog. Making your way back to downward dog. Nice, this time we'll inhale the right leg. Bend the knee and round the spine. We're going forward to a hover. Re-extend. Draw your nose toward your knee. Pull the belly up and in. Nice, guys. One more. This one's going to come all the way forward between the hands, coming onto fingertips. As you feel steady, reach the arms up overhead. Rising to a high lunge. And then relax your jaw here. Soften your face. Start to settle into the hips a bit. Nice. From here, really draw that back thigh up toward the ceiling. Find that reach and extension through the arms. Breath in. We'll take the hands down. Rounding down to that left palm. Reach the right arm up. Open across your chest. Making a fist with that hand. Take a little circle in one direction. Circle the wrist the other way. Breathing in. Exhale. Reach that arm around toward the front wall. We'll release the hands down here. So you're welcome to use your blocks or fingertips. Lift your chest. Exhale. Lengthen over that front leg. As you rebound, heart draws forward. Exhale, lengthen all the way through that front leg, hips draw back. Nice, move through that 2 more times. On this last one, we're gonna lengthen this front leg all the way, maybe hopping the back foot in a bit. And stay right here. Can you soften into this? Breathing into this stretch, take another breath in here. Exhale. And we'll rebound the front knee. So coming back to fingertips here, or for a little more challenge, hands to your heart. Pour the weight into that right foot, left foot comes to meet it, fold over. Ground the feet, take the arms all the way up, hinging from the hips. Releasing the arms down. Tadasana. Inhale, sweeping the arms. Hinging from your hips, fold forward over the legs. Lengthening the belly, your heart draws forward. This time we'll step the left leg back. And then see if you can lift the fingertips away from the floor. Find a little more strength for the legs and the belly. Nice. From here, stepping that right foot back. Downward dog. Glide forward, come into your plank. And lower the knees, lower to the floor. Come halfway, chaturanga. Rise to cobra or upward facing dog. And making your way back. Downward facing dog. Left leg rises this time. Bend the knee and round the spine here. Hover. Re-extend. Draw your nose toward your knee. Pull your belly up and in round. Nice, guys. One more. This one's going to come all the way forward between the hands. Come back to fingertips. And then reach the arms all the way up. And we'll rise to a high lunge. From here, see if you can find a sense of kind of drawing the inner thighs in. Like you're hugging a block between the thighs. Nice. Find some engagement through the medial glutes. Float the arms up. Settle into the hips a bit. Reaching out. One more breath, release that hand down. Maybe taking the hand to a block. Reach the left arm. Make a fist here, take a little circle. Circling the other way. And then breath in, circle this arm around toward the front wall. Finding that length, fingertips to toes. We'll take the hands down. You can grab blocks here or use your fingertips, lift through your chest. Exhale, lengthen all the way through that front leg and fold over. As you rebound, heart draws forward. Exhale to lengthen all the way, draw your hips back. 2 more. Nice. On this last one, we're going to lengthen all the way through that front leg. So if you need to, step that back foot in a bit. So if you're feeling kind of unsteady, that means your nervous system will kind of react to that. So the more steady you feel, the more you can ease into this. So if you need to, grab blocks here or shorten your stance. Or bring the blocks a little higher. One more breath. We'll rebound that front knee. Heart draws forward. Fingertips are hands to heart center. Pour the weight into the left foot. Right foot comes to meet it, folding over. Round your feet here. Take the arms all the way up. And releasing the arms down. Tadasana. Inhale, sweeping the arms. Hinging from your hips. Fold all the way forward. Let's take a long spine here. Step into plank. Take a moment to set the shoulder blades onto your back. So firm the legs in the belly. Come to tippy toes, lower your knees, or come to that hover. And then rise to cobra or to upward dog. Lift the thighs away from the floor. Nice. Make your way back. Downward facing. 4 to 5 breaths. Right here in downward dog. Nice. If this feels like a bit much, let's all try this. Lift your heels. Bend your knees, move the chest back toward the thighs. That's going to reach some of the weight back toward the lower body. And then staying here, you can lengthen the heels toward the mat. So they may touch, they may not. One more breath. Bottom of the exhale, bend your knees and forward your hands, stepping or hopping. Head of your mat. Long spine. And then folding forward, soften your knees a bit, hinge from your hips, ground down to rise up. And releasing the arms down. Tadasana. Sweeping the arms on the breath in. Exhale, hinge from your hips, fold forward. Take a long spine here. Plant your hands. You can step or maybe jump. Chaturanga. Rise to cobra. Really press the floor way up dog. And then making your way back to down dog. Deep breaths in and out right here. So again, see if you can find a little lift up out of your wrist. Spreading weight into other parts of the hand. And then actively press the hands into the floor and lift the hips up and back. Less weight in the wrist. One more breath. Bottom of the exhale, bend your knees. Look forward to your hands, stepping or maybe hopping. Head of your mat. Lengthen the belly. This time we'll fold forward, bend your knees. Sink your hips and reach your arms. So coming into Utkatasana, chair pose. Take a breath here. And as you exhale, fold all the way back down over straight legs. Long spine, and then planting hands, stepping or jumping back. Chaturanga. Rising into cobra, upward dog, and making your way back to down dog. We'll raise the right leg. Carefully stepping it all the way forward between the hands. Round your back heel, lift the arms. Virabhadrasana 1. And then as you exhale, just opening out to 2. So start to sink into that front knee. Make sure the front knee is aligned over the ankle here. And then reaching out through the fingertips, one long line. From here, as you breathe in, take your back hand all the way down to the floor. Lift the belly to step your foot back. Chaturanga or lower your knees. Rising into cobra, upward dog. Making your way back to down dog. Left leg will rise this time. Taking it forward between the hands, round the back heel. Reach the arms up here, Virasana 1. Opening out to 2 here. Start to bend into that front knee, aligning your knee over the ankle. Reaching out through the arms. Inhale your back hand all the way down to the floor. Frame your front foot. Chaturanga or lowering the knees. Rise to cobra, upward dog. Make your way back down dog. Deep breaths in and out. Another breath here. And then take a breath in. At the bottom of this exhale, bending the knees, look forward to your hands. You can step or maybe hop. Head to your mat. Long spine. Folding forward. Let's come back to chair, Utkatasana. So sink the hips here, lift the arms. Take a breath in. And as you exhale, fold all the way back down over straight legs. Lengthening the belly here. Plant the hands. You can step or maybe jump. Chaturanga. Always have the option to lower the knees. Rising into your back bend. And coming all the way back down dog. Let's raise the right leg. Bend the knee and round the spine here. So come to that hover. As you re-extend, lengthen through the belly. Draw your nose toward your knee. Pull your belly up and in. Nice. One more like that. This one's going to come all the way forward between the hands. Let's keep the back heel spun up. Float the arms all the way up. Rise to high lunge. Settle into the hips a bit. Reach out through the arms. And then find that same sense of kind of hugging in toward the midline a bit. So find a little bit of engagement. Nice through the inner and outer thighs. From here, we'll reach back. Interlace the fingers and slide the fists down the back by roll your chest and shoulders open. Take a breath here. Releasing the hands. Sweep the arms high, and then take your back heel down. Readjust your stance a bit, bending into that front knee, and settle in for warrior 2. Relax your jaw, soften your face, settle into the hips a bit. Nice, from here, we'll flip the front palm, take a reverse warrior. And then bending this elbow, bring it to the front thigh, just extending that left arm alongside here. And then find this line of energy from your heel all the way through to the fingertips. Find that reach. Nice, and then notice if you're dumping into this elbow. From here, slide the hand down the inner thigh. Come to hover a few inches away from the mat. One more breath. Pressing down to rise up, come back to warrior 2. Nice, we'll take the back hand all the way down. Sweep your right leg, take a downward dog split, bend the knee here, fan the hip, maybe circle the ankle. Circling the other way. Nice and easy, lengthen the leg. Float the foot down to the other foot, will come onto the left side. The left leg rises. Bend the knee and round the spine. Re-extend. So as you shift forward here, shoulders over the wrists, round your spine, pull your belly up and in. Nice, on this next one, round your spine, lift through the belly, and let that help you step the foot forward. Nice, keep the back heel spun up, find that hugging in, sweep the arms. Nice, really draw the back thigh up toward the ceiling. And then imagine you have a block between the inner thighs. Hug in toward the midline. We'll reach back. Opposite interlace of the fingers. Reach the hands down the back thigh, lift your chest. Little back bend through the heart will lift. Release the hands here, take the arms back up, high lunge. Take your back heel down, readjust. And then really bend into that front knee. Notice if you're letting the torso be pulled forward, reach some weight into that back heel. And then settle in. Soften your face. Nice, sink the outer edge of the back foot all the way down. From here, we'll rotate the front palm. Take the back hand down the back thigh, take a reverse warrior. And then bending this elbow, bring it to the front thigh. Reach the right arm alongside the other. And then from here, bring awareness into this elbow. Are you dumping into the elbow? Can you lift it away from the thigh? And then maybe, just maybe sliding it down the inner thigh, maybe using that hand to guide the left knee open. One more breath. From here, grounding down to rise up, warrior two. Take the back hand all the way to the floor. Sweep your left leg, downward dog split, bend your knee here, fan your hip. Maybe circling the ankle. Circle the other way, lengthen the leg. We'll float the foot down to meet the other foot. Stay here, or inhale, shift forward, lowering into chaturanga, rising into up dog, and making your way back to downward facing. Nice, you're welcome to stay here, or lower the knees. Sink the hips toward the heels. Nice, taking child's pose. Just as a reminder, you can take this pose whenever you like. And add a little sway here, side to side. Let the heart rate come down. And then nice and easy, shifting forward onto all fours. We'll tuck the toes, lift the hips up and back. Bend your knees, look forward to the hands, stepping or maybe hopping. Top of your mat. Long spine. Fold forward. Bend the knees, sink the hips, come back to chair. Take the palms over your heart. Start by aiming your chest forward. Take a twist to your right and hold. So this elbow can come maybe between the knees or all the way to the outside of that right knee. And then kind of snuggle yourself down. Staying here where the arms extend. Nice and easy, unwind. Exhale, fold all the way forward. Long spine here, plant the hands. You can step or jump. Chaturanga, you can always lower the knees if you're getting tired. Rise to cobra, upward dog, press into the floor, lift the thighs away. Nice, make your way back to down dog. We'll raise the right leg, carefully bringing it forward between the hands. Round your back heel, lift this left arm up and around. Right into warrior two. And then start to settle in. Nice, make sure your stance is long enough here so that as you bend this front knee, that knee is more or less coming over the ankle, and this front thigh is more or less parallel to the floor. Nice. And then sink. Take a peek at that backhand. Make sure you're one long line from fingertip to fingertip. Nice, let's reverse the warrior. And this time, lengthen all the way through that front leg. Take your time, reverse triangle. And then reaching the hips toward the left. Cut the right hip under, take that hand down. Lift this top arm up toward the ceiling. Trikonasana, triangle pose. Keep the chest turning up from here. Nice, we'll start to shift the gaze down toward this front big toe. Bending into your front knee, you can cup your hand here. So coming onto fingertips or maybe grab a block. From here, pour all the weight into that right foot, left toes lift away. Setting up for Ardha Chandrasana. Stacking the hips here. Get that same feeling of opening through the chest, just like when you were in triangle. And then stay here or bend this back knee. Kick the foot into the hand. Roll your chest and shoulder open. One more breath, wherever you are. Nice and easy. You can re-extend if you bent the knee. We'll bend into the standing leg. Float back to warrior two. Nice soft landing. Nice. Lengthen through that leg all the way. And then bring the feet to their parallel. Lift your chest here, extend the arms. And then hinging from the hips. Folding forward. So you're welcome to take a hold of a block here. Or walk the hands back. Reach the crown of the head toward the mat. Nice. And then maybe shifting forward a bit so those hips line up over the heels. Start to deepen that opening through the whole back body. We'll lengthen the belly from here, heels in, toes out. Walk your way toward that left foot, bending into the left knee. Stay low and make your way over to the right, nice and ninja-like. Take your time moving back and forth here. Try and keep that heel down of the knee that you're bending into. And then maybe the toes of that opposite foot lift away from the floor. You can stay here, or you can join your palms over the heart for a little more challenge. And then the next time you bend into that left knee, go ahead and walk it around. We'll rebound that front knee, lower your back knee all the way down. Start to settle in here, sinking into the hips, using blocks as needed. And then find this lift of the chest, and then check out your pelvis here. Make sure you're not opening it up toward the side wall. Think of the torso and the hips coming forward evenly. So maybe press into that foot, back it up a bit, readjust your hips. Now sink back into this, keeping both hip points pressing forward. Nice. From here, hands to the front thigh or sweep the arms. Little bit of a back bend here, lift your chest. We'll exhale, release the hands all the way down. Grab a hold of some blocks here. We're gonna come back into a low lunge, tucking the back toes under, and then just lengthen over this front leg and hold. So the hands don't readily reach the floor here. Fingertips are blocks. Soften your feet. One more breath in. Nice. Rebound the front knee. Find that sense of hugging in. Transitioning into a high lunge here. Sweep the arms all the way up. We'll bring the palms to face forward and lengthen all the way through that front leg, nice and easy. And then as you rebound, reach the arms. So you're pressing down to rise up, lift through that front leg. Rebound the front knee, lift the arms up overhead. One more. Reach. This time, rebending the front knee. We'll take the palms together, start by aiming the chest forward. From here, sweep the arms to the right, bend the elbows. Hooking that elbow to the outside of the knee, press the right palm into the left. And then keep the chest turning up from here. Nice, shift your gaze down toward that front big toe. Chest aims forward, pour your weight into the right foot. Left foot comes to meet it. Nice, unwind. Come back to Utkatasana. Rise all the way up. Tadasana. Nice, bending into both knees. We'll sink the hips, reach the arms. Take the palms together over the heart, aim the chest forward, and take a twist to your left this time. So maybe it comes between the knees, or maybe snuggling down a bit more and bringing it to the outside of that knee. Nice. Take a peek, make sure that right knee is not creeping forward to the left. You can extend the arms, opening out, and then unwind from your chair. Exhale, fold all the way through. Lengthen the belly here. We'll plant the hands. You can step or maybe jump. If you're getting tired, lowering those knees to the floor, always an option. Rising into your choice of back bend. Press into the hands. Nice, making your way back. Downward dog, we'll raise the left leg. Taking it forward between the hands. Round your back heel. This time, right arm reaches up and around. Coming into warrior two on the left side. And then just start to sink. Settle in a bit here. Finding its reach and extension out through the arms, from fingertip to fingertip. We'll come back to a reverse warrior. And then lengthen all the way through that left leg. Keep reaching back. Hug the left hip under here, lengthening that left side waist. Coming from reverse triangle to triangle pose. And then find a little bit of a lift up out of that low waist. Really activate the legs here. And then start to shift your gaze down toward that front big toe. Bend into this front knee. That right hand can come to your hip. And then maybe the left hand comes to the floor or walk. As you feel steady, pour all the way forward into that front leg. Float the back leg up. Turn the chest. And then maybe that top arm extends toward the ceiling. Really keep activating that back leg. If you're a little wobbly, that's okay. Stay here, bend the knee. Kicking into your hand. Roll your chest and shoulder open. One more breath. Shavasana, and then bending back into that standing leg. We'll float back warrior two. Nice soft landing, lengthen all the way through that front leg. Feet are parallel here. Turn to face that side wall. Lift your chest. Hinge from your hips. Nice, we're gonna come into a second set of wide-legged forward fold. So check out your feet, just making sure you have a wide stance. Feet are more or less parallel to one another. Toes are pointing straight ahead or slightly turned in. If the hands don't readily reach the floor, taking a block here. And then notice if your weight's reaching back toward the heels. Can you shift it forward a bit into the balls of the feet so hips line up over the heels? And then maybe deepening that opening through the whole back body. We'll take another breath. Exhale it out. Lengthen your belly here. Bring your heels in, toes out. Walk your way over to the right, nice and easy, bending into that right knee. And then start to make your way back and forth. Take your time. See how low you can go. So staying low to the floor here. Opening up for the hips. And you're welcome to take the hands away from the floor. And maybe for a little more challenge in this set, keeping the hands over the heart here. And then the next time that we bend into that right knee, nice and easy. Go ahead and bring your left toes to point forward, walking all the way around. Spin off the back heel, lower that back knee all the way down if you need to. Patting that knee, doubling up your mat or taking a blanket. And then bring your awareness back into your hips. Start to sink the hips here. And always grab hold of blocks. And then as you're ready, hands to the front thigh. Press into that front foot. Lift up a little. Notice if your hips are coming toward that sidewall. See if you can re-square the hips. Now sink back into it. Keeping the pelvis coming forward evenly. From here, sweep the arms. Anjaneyasana, a little back bend if you like. Lift. Release the hands all the way down. Tuck your back toes under. Lift your back knee away. Nice. From here, maybe hopping that back foot in will lengthen over the front leg. Relax the head and neck. The hands don't readily reach the floor. Take a hold of your blocks, or you can come on to fingertips. One more breath. Nice. We're going to rebound the front knee. Find that sense of hugging in. Press down to rise up and reach the arms. High lunge. And then reach the palms forward. Press down, lift. Lengthen all the way through that front leg. Rebound the front knee, arms reach. Press down to rise up. Nice and steady. If you're a little wobbly, that's okay. One more. Pressing down, rise. This time we'll rebend that knee. Join your palms, aim your chest forward. From here, sweep the arms to the left. And then you can bend the elbows and maybe press this left palm into the right. Instead of sinking into this, find a lift away from it. Nice. Energize that back leg. Wiggle the back toes back a bit. Set your gaze down toward your left big toe. You know where we're going. Pour the weight into that left foot, right begins to meet it. Nice, guys. Maybe the arms extend. We'll unwind, share, pull forward. Let's heel the feet apart a bit here. So you can take a hold of opposite elbows, or if it's comfortable for you, grabbing Yogi Chokla. So taking the index fingers and the next fingers and wrapping around the big toes here. Lengthen through the belly. And then as you draw the heart forward, go ahead and find a little more length to the belly and fold over the legs. And allow the elbows to bend to the sides. Allow the weight of the head to release. Relax your jaw. Breathing in and out. Nice, take another breath. And nice and easy, we'll release the toes. Soften your knees. Just make your way up to stand. Roll your shoulders back at the top. Take a moment to peel the feet in a bit. And just find Tadasana. So find the sense of grounding down to lift up. Staying up nice and tall. Lift the toes away. Release them back down one at a time. Inhale, take the arms all the way up. Hinging from your cups, roll forward. We'll take a long spine, and from here, just take the left leg back. So coming into low lunge with that right foot forward. As you feel steady, float the arms all the way up overhead here. So high lunge. Again, find that sense of hugging in with the inner thighs, and even with those arms reaching up. Nice. From here, pour your weight into the front foot. And then as you feel steady, left toes leave your mat. We'll come into warrior 3 variation. Eventually bringing the torso in line with that back thigh. Really actively engage the back leg, reaching it toward that back wall. And then roll your chest and shoulders open, airplane pose. Take a breath like you're flying through the air. Nice soft landing. We're going to come back to high lunge. And this time, take that back heel down, open out to warrior 2. Nice. Take your back hand all the way down. Go ahead and sweep your right leg back. Downward dog split. Bend the knee here, fan your hip. And then traveling forward, bring your nose to your knee. Re-extend and lengthen. I'm gonna bring it across the body, tap that left elbow. One more like that. This time toward the right elbow. Use your belly. Lower that foot to the outside of the hand. And then just lower down. So from here, staying on palms, you're welcome to grab your block here and take it underneath the forearms, or take the forearms to the mat. So starting to come into a stretch here for the hips and groins. Nice easy breaths in and out. Allow the weight of the head to release. Softening into this, soften your face a bit. Take another breath in. Exhale the breath. We'll walk the hands in here. So you're welcome to stay with the block or hands to the floor. And then just lengthening all the way through that front leg. So the hands are toward the inside of that right foot. And then as you bend, draw the part forward. Exhale to lengthen that leg. Just going back and forth a couple of times here, moving with your breath. And then the next time that you rebend this knee, we're going to take a little circle like we did in the warm-up here, circling the weight around for the right hand and right wrist, and then back around over to the left. So moving clockwise. And just go through a couple more just like that, taking your time. No rush. And then the next time that you rebend this front knee, tuck your back toes under, find a little lift through the belly, pour all the weight into that right foot, and then it's nice and easy, step the left foot to the outside of the left hand. We'll sink the hips here. So coming down into Malasana, yogi squat. And then from here, tailbone gets heavy as the tailbone drops down. Reach out through the crown of the head. Nice, take another breath here. And as you exhale, take the hands to the floor, lift the hips up. Toe heel to feet in. You can take a hold of opposite elbows. Yogi toe, or this time, lifting the feet here. Slide them all the way up underneath. Coming up to your wrists. So pressing into your feet. Think of grounding down through the mounds of the big toes, and start to open the wrists a bit. So it might feel like a nice massage. And a little more length through your belly as you fold, the weight of the head is heavy. Let it go. You're welcome to grab a block here if the hands don't readily reach the floor. We're taking a generous bend in the knees. And then staying with that bend in the knees, or lengthening the legs, lifting the hips up toward the ceiling. One more breath. Exhale. Release your feet. Little bend in the knees here. And then start to make your way up to stand. So practically ground down through your legs. And that lift through the belly, engage the abdominals, roll your shoulders back. Don't feel defeated. Come back to Tadasana, standing tall. Lift the toes, spread, lower down. Inhale, take the arms up. Exhale, fold all the way forward. We'll come on to fingertips here. This time, nice and easy. Step that left leg back. Find that hugging in, so a little drawing in toward the midline. From here, float the arms all the way up, high lunge. Nice, enjoy the palms. Start by easing your chest forward. Pour all that weight into that left foot. Oops, I'm on the wrong foot already. Left foot this time. And then start to release the right toes away from the floor. Energize that back leg. Take a micro bend to this left knee so you're not hyperextending the leg here. And then actively engage that back leg. So reaching through the heel, engaging that hamstring. Now open the arms. Roll your chest and shoulders open. One more breath. We're going to bend into that front knee, nice soft landing, come back to a high lunge. Take your back heel down, open up to warrior two. Take the back hand all the way down, and sweep your left leg. So bending the knee here, fan the hip open. Should feel nice. And then from here, draw your nose for your knee. Reach, cross the body and tap. Reach. Toward the left elbow, toward the shoulder, nice and easy, using your belly. Lower the foot to the outside of the hand, lower that back knee down. Maybe taking some padding to that back knee here. And then you're welcome to stay on palms. You can lower onto the forearms. You can use a block underneath the forearms. And then soften. What can you do to soften into this stretch? Just letting go, deep breath in and out. Take another inhale here. Exhale your breath. Nice and easy, walk the hands and we're gonna bring them in line with that front foot. And just lengthening over that leg. So as you breathe out, the heart drops forward from here. Exhale, lengthen over that leg. Nice and easy, one more time. And then the next time that you rebend that front knee, this time the circle is going to come counterclockwise. So bring weight into that left foot, around, circling the hips. Like we did in the warm-up here. Take your time. And then the next time you rebend this front knee, the heart will drop forward. Tuck your back toes under, lift through your belly. Pour all the way into that left foot. The right foot will come to the outside of the right hand. Sink your hips here, press the palms. And then find a little bit of a lift up here. So crown of the head is reaching toward the ceiling, one more breath. Exhale, hips lift, toe heel the feet in. And we'll soften the knees and make your way up. Nice, roll your shoulders back to top. Nice, from here, toe heel your feet all the way out to the edges of the mat. Bend your knees. Join your palms, and we're going to lower into that squat nice and easy, slowly. 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 And then see if instead of kind of just sinking and slouching, find a little lift from underneath. Nice. You're welcome to stay here, so you can take a block underneath the seat and just maybe breathe into this, opening up the hips a bit. Or from here, spreading through the fingers, rounding your spine, drop the shoulders to the insides of the knees, find a little lift through your belly. Walk it in, shift forward. Maybe it's about bringing that weight into the hands today, experimenting with that. And then wrapping the elbows in, using those inner thighs, hugging in like we've been drawing in the whole class. Maybe lift one foot away, maybe both. Your other, maybe the big toes come together. Squeeze those inner thighs, hugging in toward the midline and rounding the spine. One more breath, Bakasana. Nice and easy. Malasana. Take a breather here. Relax your jaw. Nice, second set, spreading the fingers. So maybe it's just about bringing weight into the hands today. Experiment with that. Maybe it's really nestling down and finding this drawing in of the inner thighs. The legs are actively engaged. Think Suzanne Summers, thigh master here. And then maybe setting the gaze forward here. Maybe the big toes come together, take a breath. Shift the chest forward so much until the legs can just shoot back. And then moving through a vinyasa, step, hop, waddle, and back to down dog. Reset for a minute. Back to your breath. And we'll take the right leg straight back. Bend the knee and round. Reaching back. Bringing it across the body, tap that left elbow. One more like that, this time right elbow. Find a little lift for the belly here, and then we're gonna settle in. So you're welcome to take a block if you have one. If you grabbed a couch cushion or maybe a blanket, you can roll it and bring it underneath the hip. If you roll it the wrong way, so it's a little more like a burrito, you can place that right underneath that right hip / front of the left thigh. And then come to your fingertips here. Notice if your leg is way out. Look over your shoulder. Make sure that leg comes behind the head. Lift your chest here. We're going to roll through a couple of times. So lengthening the belly. Rolling up. On this last one, pull forward. So you're welcome to come onto forearms here. You can use the block underneath of your forehead if you like. And then soften into this, letting go, relax your jaw. Nice and easy, you can even add a little rock side to side if you like. Take another breath. Exhale fully. One more deep inhale. And then nice and easy, we'll just walk the hands in from here. Take your time. And then looking down, make sure your shoulders and your wrists are stacked. Tuck your back toes under. Find that lift of the belly, grounding down for the hands we were working on. Sweep the leg back, downward dog split. And you're rocking to bend the knee, maybe fan the hips, circle the ankle one way, and the other. Nice and easy. Floating that foot down to meet the other foot. We'll come on to the left side. The left leg will reach, bend the knee and round. Reaching back. Come toward the right elbow this time. Nice, reaching back. Left elbow, and then reaching that foot for the opposite armpit. Use your abdominals to lower down. And then walk underneath the hip, or you can do this burrito. So underneath the front of that left hip and the top of that right thigh. And then take a peek behind you. Most of us tend to misjudge where our leg is. See if you can bring it directly behind the hip if that feels comfortable for you. Bend your fingertips, lift your chest, roll through a couple of times. You always have the option to come into the reclining version here, figure four. Coming onto your back, left ankle to right knee, lower down. Maybe taking some padding underneath the forehead or resting your forehead on the mat. And soften, relax your jaw. Nice easy breaths in and out. We'll release into this for a couple more rounds of breath, nice and easy. Taking another breath in. One more inhalation. Slowly walk the hands in. Take your time. And then we'll stack the shoulders over the wrist. Tuck the back toes under. Lift your belly. And this time, float that left leg back. Downward dog split. Bend the knee. Fan the hip. Circling one way, the other. And then floating that foot down to meet the other foot. Nice. From here, we'll lower the knees. Sink your hips toward your heels. Round your spine. The forehead doesn't rest on the mat. Take your knees a little bit wider here. Just take a little sway side to side. Relaxing the forehead. Maybe taking the hips side to side. Just letting yourself be supported by your mat. Take another breath here. You're gonna slowly make your way up and swing the legs around this time. Slide forward on the mat a bit. Keep a block handy if you've got one available. And then come onto your back. And then from here, just take a bridge. So bending the knees in, take the feet to the floor here. Arms are released at your sides. Press your low back down, peel the hips away. Find that sense of adducting like you've got the block between the knees. And then as you roll down, nice and slow, you can lower one vertebrae at a time, releasing to the floor. Now you're welcome to stick with bridge or taking the hands alongside the ears. Notice that the elbows are dropping to the sides. Really ground down to the palms and hug the elbows in. And then from here, rising up. And then chin to your chest. Rolling on down. Nice. We're going to do a supported bridge this time. You're welcome to take your block on the low height or the medium height. Or if you're without a block, you can either take another final bridge here, or if you like, just taking it without the block. Hips on the floor. And then you're welcome to stay here or transition into a supported shoulder stand here. So lengthening one leg and then the other. Dim your lights. Relax your face. Relax your jaw. Bring your palms to face up. Close the eyes if you feel comfortable, and we'll start to soften. And take a little bend in the knees as needed. Soften your face. Take another final couple of breaths. One more deep inhale. And then as you exhale, bring the thighs together, bend the knees in at the same time so you can slowly float the feet all the way down to the floor. Once the feet touch down, lift the hips, slide your block out here. And we'll walk the feet out to the edge of the mat, drop the knees in toward the center. Take a moment and start to neutralize. Just taking your knees, left, right, take your time. Start to reconnect with your breath. As you inhale back to the center, exhale up and over to the right. And then on an inhale, come back to the center. We'll come up and over to the left. And from here, look over that right shoulder and breathe into that whole right side. Directing your breath into the low back, the low rib cage. One more breath. Inhale back to center. Drop the knees to the right. This time, look over that left shoulder. Breathe into that left side. One more breath in here. Exhaling it out, we're going to transition into a Shavasana. So as you're ready, lengthening the legs one at a time, long onto your mat. Bring your arms out at your sides. A little bit away from the body. Bring your palms to face up. Close your eyes. Relax your jaw. Allow the face to soften. And settle in. Allowing the weight of your body to release down into the floor. Slowly here, just starting to deepen the breath. Bring this movement back to the body, wiggling the fingers, wiggling the toes. When you're ready, taking your arms up overhead and just getting this final stretch from your fingers all the way down to your toes. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, bend the knees in one at a time. And we'll make our way onto our right side. You can use that right arm up overhead like a pillow. And just pause. Take a moment to soak in all the effects of your practice today. And then nice and easy, keeping your eyes closed here. Press your way up to a seat, allowing for the head to be the last to come up. And you're welcome to take some padding underneath your seat. We'll be here for just a moment. And if you like, you can turn your audio back on just for the last portion of class. Take a moment, connect to your breath. Rejoining your palms at your heart, come back to your intention. Bringing the thumbs right to heart center. Reconnecting with the intention. And closing class with the sound of one Om. Bring the hands to forehead center and holding forward as we say, Namaste.
Namaste.